What is up, YouTube fam? It's your boy Jason. We hopping back in with another video. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. I'm doing great because, as many of you know, they're doing it. They're bringing back the hatchbacks. Subaru announced it at the Japan Mobility Auto Show a few days ago, so I figured I would let everybody stew on it and let everything happen online and see what other people had to say about it before I made my video. So here we are. Let's talk about it. That's right, after years of enthusiasts begging for it, Subaru is bringing back the hatchback in the new STI. I'm sure it'll be a couple years out before it actually hits the streets, but based off the concept, I think it's a-okay. I've seen a lot of people say the rear end looks a lot like the Crosstrek. Well, the Crosstrek is based off the current model Impreza, so I'm sure it is similar, which is fine because they definitely widened them hips, gave that thing a big old BBL and said send it. I definitely think that the looks will grow on people. There was so much hate for the VBWRX when it was first announced and then released for us to purchase, and it's grown on a lot of people. Of course, the big thing with those, fender cladding, and a lot of people did not like that. Well, Subaru, listen, I did not see a bit of plastic cladding on that concept car. So as long as they stick to that idea for when it actually hits the streets for us enthusiasts to purchase, I think they'll be doing something right. Now, let's talk about the looks. Like I said, a lot of people say the back end looks like a Crosstrek, but it has the right angles. You get on that right angle, obviously I'm gonna post some pictures, we're gonna talk about that. But you get the right angle on that thing, and it's a-okay. Yes, the back end is a little bulbousy for most people, but it's a hatchback. Hatchback have them fat booties, and we love those fat booties. It makes the car very usable, especially as a daily driver. Hatchbacks are wonderful. My wife's GTI, one of our favorite cars. Why? Because even though it is small, it has so much room. You could put so much stuff in it. I literally put everything from my Subaru WRX build in that hatchback and still have room to spare. That's what hatchbacks are good for. They're wonderful for that everyday car. But the STI kicks it up a notch. It's going to be forced induction. It's going to have that beautiful boxer engine in there, and I'm sure it's going to sound wonderful. Now, power figures, that's still up in the air, but this being what many are saying and considering to be the STI swan song, Subaru swan song for the WRX and STI before everything goes fully electric in the future, I hope they send it out with a bang. I'm talking at least 400 horsepower from factory. The stuff we've all been building in our garages over years. Looking at this front end, what I'm seeing is very reminiscent of the current VBWRX, except for, wider fenders, a little more aggressive lines, no plastic cladding. That's a major step up from the VBWRX. Now, I'm going to go ahead to the side profile. The side profile is, mwah. I think that's the best look of the car. Looking at it from the side, you can see the aggressive fenders. You can see the big wing on the back. Some people say, it's a little racer, it's a little race boy. But dudes, it's supposed to be a performance car. Every STI has a big wing, and why shouldn't the hatch get a big wing? The rear end, again, a lot of people say it reminds them very much of the Crosstrek, or that's what I keep hearing everybody say. It looks like a Crosstrek, it looks like a Crosstrek. Well, the Crosstrek is based off the Impreza. And up until 2015, every Subaru WRX and STI was based off the Impreza. It got wider hips and more power, baby. But, so this would be no exception. It does look a little bit like the current Impreza / Crosstrek, but with those aggressive rear quarter panels and the vents, it takes it up a notch. You guys have to admit that. It definitely adds some flair to it. Even if it is a little, as some people in the comments said on my short, looks like a Crosstrek. And if you look at it square on the back, you can definitely see the widened fenders, the aggressive diffuser, and it looks like they appear to move the exhaust coming out the middle, very similar to the Civic Type R and GR Corolla. I'm not sure if that's just a new thing for performance cars or what, but I'm sure we can, get us a nice exhaust aftermarket once they hit the streets. I'll be glad to see and hear what they sound like. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of personally is the two-tone hood. That's because, I would rather it all just be that World Rally Blue or white or black or red or whatever color, color options they give us. I'd rather it just be solid. But it does give it a little bit of an aggressive look. I do like the vents on the hood. I hope that is something they maintain for the concept car to reality. That would be that would definitely be a very aggressive look, and I like that. Okay, so now let's talk about the powertrain. Starting with the transmission. I know you guys have seen the pictures. It appears, it looks like it has the 6-speed manual. I saw DC-CD controllers. So, I mean, what else more can you ask for? Again, people can hate on the looks of the outside all they want. You spend the majority of your time inside of the car. And it looks like it's very driver focused. And again, if it gets the 6-speed manual, the DC-CD controls, it's going to be an STI. So I feel like they're going to pull the STI drivetrain from the 15 through 21, revamp that a little bit, and put that in there and pair that with the FA24 that's in the current VBWRX, because we all know those things make pretty good power with simple bolt-ons. And I'm talking, you know, upgrade your top mount intercooler, downpipe, intake, and you're at 400 wheel with the current setup. So if they have it already at 400 wheel coming from factory, again, this is speculation, if they have it at 400 wheel horsepower already coming from factory, imagine what a downpipe, intake, and an upgraded top mount will do for you. You know, 450, 500 maybe, with the right, you know, couple extra mods. And the 500 horsepower Subaru is fun. I know everybody's all horsepower numbers, horsepower numbers. If it don't make 1,000 horsepower, it ain't crap. Well, I'm telling you now, 400 to 500 wheel horsepower in an all-wheel drive car is fun. It's great. And guess what? It isn't going to break every time you try to do something to it. Every time you get down on it, it isn't going to break. I went 400 horsepower on my WRX for over 2 years before we popped a head gasket. You know when we did that? Going for 500. Again, the FA is a different beast compared to the old school EJs. I know we lose the rumble because, you know, they're equal link headers, but that gives you more top end power. And that's what everybody wants, is more power, baby. So if we get that, I think it's going to be wonderful. Now, again, speculation here, FA24, 6-speed manual transmission from the STI, DC-CD controllers. I think it's going to be a super fun car. Okay, so if we get 400 horsepower from factory, that puts you ahead of the GR Corolla, that puts you ahead of the Civic Type R, that puts you on par with the Supra and the Nissan Z. Some people say it's a little too late for Subaru to be making this announcement. They should have done it years ago. Well, I agree. The STI should have never been put on hiatus or put on the back burner. But if they're cooking us up a hatchback, I think it's well worth the wait. Again, if we get 400 from the factory, the 6-speed manual transmission with that FA24, the sky's the limit, guys. I would be highly interested in picking one up. But again, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a couple more years before they actually hit the streets for us to buy. But I am super excited to see what the future holds for Subaru. You guys let me know what you think down below. They're bringing back the hatchback. We've been asking for it, and it's up to us as enthusiasts to purchase it. If we don't purchase it, then all we'll ever get again is sedans. And this may be Subaru's swan song to the STI or the WRX, you know, before it goes fully electric. They did announce an actual, like, a legit concept car. It looked like vaporware to me, with the EV, the Subaru STI Performance-A. It's supposed to be a hybrid vehicle that's good for E20 fuels, and have a hybrid for the have a hybrid powertrain for the, you know, low end torque and power. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the STI Performance-B concept. The boxer powered, manual transmission, wide hips. That's what we want. That's what enthusiasts have been asking for years. So it is up to us to purchase this, to make sure that it is successful. Because if not, you know, numbers will be limited and we won't get nothing else cool. I myself, in a couple years, if it does come out and it's close to 400 horsepower, 6-speed manual transmission, STI drivetrain with the DC-CD system, all of that, I'll do my best to pick one up. Promise you that. Okay guys, so I know this was a short video, but I really just want to use this as a jumping off point to start a conversation down below. What do you think about the new STI that was unveiled at the Japan Mobility Show? What do you think we're going to get with it? Do you think it's going to be FA24? Or do you think it's going to be another type of motor? Do you think we're actually going to get the 6-speed manual? Do you think it's going to look like that, or do you think they're going to water it down? Let me know what you think down below. But I think personally that this is a great sign for Subaru. They're showing us that they still care about enthusiasts, that they still care about the STI nameplate, even though they put it on hiatus for a few years. I think they did so they could bring it back bigger and better than ever. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, peace. Oh wait, you're still here? I'm still here? That means I got an announcement for you guys. We just crossed 2,000 subs. Thank you all, thank you so very much. And as a token of my appreciation, I wanted to attempt to do a giveaway. Never done anything like that before. Not exactly 100% sure how I'll do it, but between now and Christmas, keep a lookout for my videos. Watch them, and there will be more information in the bottom. I know I'm going to try to do it like a top 3 type thing. Like number 1's going to get a gift card to probably like Subi Mods or Cobb or to some Subaru themed shop or online store where you can purchase what you want. So we're going to do that for the first place. Second place, I'm thinking about giving away a personalized hoodie that I'm currently working on. A Project Flat 4 hoodie. It'll have my car on the back, have our name on the front type thing. That'll go out along with some sticker packs to the second place. And then third place, probably just give out some stickers or something small. But again, we just crossed 2,000 subs, guys. I'm very thankful for you all, and I just want to give a little something back. Again, I don't make no money doing this yet. Maybe one day, but even though I don't, I am going to come out of my own pocket to try to thank you guys. Again, keep subbing, keep sharing with your friends, do what you do. Until I see you guys again, stay safe.